Enki video 9. We'll start off a little from the other part. The north wind, his helper, from his side he summoned, to thrust away the severed head. The wind he commanded, in the void to place it. Nibiru, wind upon Tiamat, then hovered, sweeping upon my gushing waters, her gushing waters. Nibiru shot a lightning. The north wind he gave a signal. In brilliance was Tiamat's upper part to a region unknown carried. With her bound Kingu was also exiled, of the severed part of the companion to be. The hinder part fate Nibiru then considered, as an everlasting trophy of the battle he wished it to be, a constant reminder in the heavens, the place of the battle to enshrine. With his mace, the hinder part he smashed to bits and pieces, then strung them together as a band to form a hammered bracelet. Locking them together as watchmen, he stationed them, a firmament to divide the waters from the waters. The upper waters from the firmament, from the waters below it he separated. Artful works Nibiru thus fashioned. The Lord then crossed the waters to survey the regions. From Apsu's quarter to the abode of Gaga he measured the dimensions. The edge of deep Nibiru then examined. Towards his birthplace he cast his gaze. He paused and hesitated. Then to the firmament, the place of the battle, slowly he returned. Passing again in Apsu's region, the sun's mistaking spouse he thought with remorse. He gazed upon Tiamat's wounded half. To her upper part he gave attention. The waters of life, her bounty, from the wounds were still pouring. Her golden veins, Apsu's rays were reflecting. The seed of life, his creator's legacy, Nibiru then remembered. When he trod on Tiamat, when he split her asunder, to her the seed he surely imparted, he addressed words to Apsu, to him thus saying, with your warming rays to wounds give healing. Let the broken part new life be given, in your family as a daughter to be. Let the waters to one place be gathered, let firm land appear. By firm land let her be called Ki, henceforth her name to be. Apsu to the words Nibiru gave heed, let the earth join my family. Ki, firm land of the below, let earth her name henceforth be. By her turning, let there be day and night. In the days my healing rays, to her I shall provide. Let Kingu be a creature of the night, to shine at night I shall appoint him. Earth's companion, the moon's forever be. Nibiru, the words of Apsu with satisfaction heard. He crossed the heavens and surveyed the regions. To the gods who had led him, elevated, he granted permanent stations. Their circuits he destined that none shall transgress, nor fall short of each other. He strengthened the heavenly locks, gates on both sides he established. An uttermost abode he chose for himself. Beyond Gaga were its dimensions. The great circuit to be his destiny, he beseeched Apsu for him to decree. All the gods spoke up from their stations. Let Nibiru sovereign be surpassing. Most radiant of the gods he is. Let him truly the son of sun be. It says son of the sun be. S-O-N of the S-U-N be. From the quarter Apsu gave blessings. Nibiru shall hold the crossings of heaven and earth. Crossing shall be his name. The God shall cross over, neither above nor below. He shall hold the central position. The shepherd of gods he shall be. A shar shall be the circuit that his destiny will forever be. Now this is the account of how the olden times began. And of the era that was in the annals of the golden era, by name was known. And how the Nibiru to earth the missions went the goal to obtain. The escape of Alulu from Nibiru was its beginning. The great understanding was Alulu endowed. Much knowledge she by learning acquired. By his forefather Anshargo, the heavens and the circuits, much knowledge was amassed. By Inshar, the knowledge greatly augmented. Of that Alulu made much learning. With the sages he discoursed, savants and commanders he consulted. Thus was his knowledge of the beginning asserted. Thus did Atlu his knowledge possess. The gold in the hammer bracelet was the confirmation. The gold in the hammer bracelet of gold in Tiamat's upper half was the indication. At the planet of gold, Alulu victoriously arrived. High, chariot with the thunder crashing. With a beam he scanned the place, his whereabouts to discover. His chariot on dry land descended. At the edge of extended marshes it landed. He put on an eagle's helmet. He put on a fish's suit. The chariot's hatchie opened. At that open hatch he stepped to wander. Dark hue was the ground. Blue-white was the skies. No sound the trees. There was no one to bid him welcome. Alone on the alien planet he stood, perchance from Nibiru forever exiled. To the ground himself he lowered. On the dark hue soil he stepped. There were hills in the distance. Nearby much vegetation was there. Ahead of him there was the marshes. Into the marshes he stepped. By the water's coolness he shuddered. Back to the dry ground he stepped. Alone on the alien planet he stood. With thoughts he was possessed of spouse and offering. With longing he remembered. He was remembering his family, basically. Was he forever from Nibiru exiled? Of that again and again he wondered. To the chariot he soon returned, with food and drink to be sustained. Then deep sleep he overcame, and powerful slumber. How long he slept he could not remember. What awakened him he could not tell. A brightness there was on outside, a brilliance on the Nibiru unseen. A pole from the chariot he extended. With a tester it was equipped. It breathed the planet's air. Compatibility it indicated. The chariot's hatchie opened. At the open hatch he took a breath. Another breath he took, then another, then another. The air of Ki, indeed, compatible it was. Alalu clapped his hands, a song of joy he was singing. Without an eagle's helmet, without a fish's suit, to the ground himself he lowered. The brightness outside was blinding. The rays of the sun were overpowering. That's an interesting reference, I just want to say, to the Stargate movie. It says without an eagle's helmet, without a fish's suit. In the Stargate movie, it looks like they have on eagle helmets, or like Thoth-like helmets. But anyway, into the chariot he returned, and mask for the eyes he donned. He picked up the carried weapon. He picked up the handy sampler. I didn't realize that word donned was that old. Like he donned it. He donned it. The glasses. He picked up the carried weapon. He picked up the handy sampler. To the ground himself lie lowered on the dark hue soil he stepped. He made his way towards the marshes. Dark greenish were the waters. By the marsh edge were the pebbles. Alalu picked up a pebble. Into the marsh he thrust it. In the marsh a moving his eyes glimpsed. The waters with fishes were filled. Into the marshes a sampler he lowered the murky water to consider. For drinking the water was not fit. Alalu greatly disappointed. He turned away from the marshes. Into the directions of the hills he went. He made his way through the vegetation. Bushes and trees gave way. The place was like an orchid. The trees with fruits were laden. By the sweet smell enticed, Alalu picked a fruit. In his mouth he put it. Sweet was the smell. Sweeter than taste it was. Alalu greatly delighted. Away in the sun rays, Alulu was waking towards the hills. He set direction among the trees. The wetness under his feet he sensed a sign of close by waters. In the direction of the wetness he set his course. In the midst of the forest there was a pond. A pool of silent waters. That's interesting, he was barefoot. More than likely. Into the pond the sampler he lowered. For drinking the water was good. Alalu laughed. An unstopping laughter seized him. The air was good. The water was drinking was fit. There was fruit. There were fishes. With eagerness Alalu bent down together, his hands cupped. Water to his mouth he brought. The coolness did the water have. A taste from the bruised water different. Once more he drank with the fright. He asunder jumped. A hissing sound he could hear. A slithering body by the poolside was moving.